Okay.
Back for another wonderful episode of Friendly Conversations
That's
with
right.
the illustrious Dwild
Yes, sir.
and me. We all know
Mm-hmm.
who I is,
Yes, yes.
but I just have to change one thing and we'll be good to go. Why? Because I'm a trickster and I'm allowed to do that. All right, now we're good to go.
Not PJ. Okay. Okay. All
Didn't want
right.
people to get you confused because you look alike and stuff.
Oh, really? I don't. Okay. I don't see how they confuse me with PJ. Okay. All right. All right. I take that.
All right, so here we go. This is going to be interesting because everyone's been complaining about Gambit lately that it's stale, it's boring, no one wants to play it. It's just there's just something missing.
Right.
So in that effort, Bungie has gotten together and they are implementing massive changes to Gambit,
Oh.
starting with the Witch Queen on Tuesday.
Okay.
There's five categories they changed: the core activity, the ammo economy, prime evil tuning, invasions, and rewards.
All right.
Now, now for core activity, they're bringing in freelance gambit.
Freelance Gambit. What's Freelance
It's
Gambit gonna be about?
freelance gambit is the same thing as the solo. How do I put it? It's similar to the solo Iron Banner, where if you don't have a fire team, you can go in and you only play against solo players, so you're not against a full fire team.
Oh, okay. Okay. Got it.
And there's going to be rotating maps.
Okay.
There's going to be how do I explain this? Rotating seasonal selection of curated encounters. In other words, one race, one map per season. So they're
Okay.
going to highlight one race and one map. You're not going to have to worry about if you're on this place or that place with these guys. Is the map harder or not?
Gotcha.
There's more respawn points.
Really?
Yeah, so you know how if you died and nobody picked you up and you res yourself, you would end up back in the original spawn area.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't happen anymore. They're going to have spawn areas closer to the encounters,
Okay.
so you don't have to run back and to where you were and to help people. Plus, there's going to be multiple invader spawn locations. So you know how you would go over and you'd always be on the steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to happen anymore. It's randomized.
Seriously?
Yeah, so that they can't anticipate you being there and all wait for you to show up.
Ha. Good. Now that's real good.
Now you know how when you would get killed, you would lose all your motes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't happen anymore.
Word?
When you get killed, you drop half your motes. You lose the other half. So if you get killed near me, you drop
Hmm.
half your motes. I can scoop them up before I res you or so you wouldn't lose them.
Okay. Okay. I'm with
Okay.
that.
Also, invaders are going to be dropping more motes.
Seriously.
Yeah, whatever they're carrying. Apparently,
Word?
from what I understand. From what I understand.
Okay.
Um, revive times are changing too. They're giving more time. Um, yeah, they're giving more time to revive. So you got. I think it's 2 seconds before.
Hmm.
It's 2 seconds longer to
Okay.
revive.
Okay.
Now, now there's also how do I put this? They, they have like a week. You know what match game is?
Hmm.
They have a week match game mod going on it now. So a lot of the ads are going to have element specific shields.
Right. Right. Okay.
And they're changing the blockers. So if someone sends over a 10 mote phalanx blocker, they now have increased health.
Damn.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and the 15 mote night blocker now has a stasis attack.
What?
Yeah, yeah. I told you they're revamping the entire gambit deal. Um, you know how when you send over two blockers,
Hmm.
it drains their moats.
Right.
Okay, now what happens when they send over so many blockers that it drains your moats and they get the primeval? Now you don't have a chance to do the same thing, right?
Wow. Right.
Well, that's changed. Now you can, even if they have their primeval up, and you send over two blockers, it'll drain moats.
Really?
Yes,
Dang.
and it gets even better because you know how they send over stuff to drain our moats.
Yeah.
Well, when you go to the bank to take out those blockers, the draining stops until you're done.
Really?
So either you get killed or you kill them. The draining is paused.
Really?
If you die and they stay alive, the draining continues. If you kill them, it stopped the minute you got there and started fighting them.
Oh wow. Okay. All right.
Um, Ammo economy. This is where it gets a little tricky.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, yeah, I honestly don't know how to put this in layman's terms. So I'm just going to come out and tell you what I know.
Mhm.
After you complete an encounter section, like in the barn or on the steps,
Mhm.
an ammo box is going to drop with special and heavy ammo in it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, it can be looted by everyone on your team, but it only lasts for 20 seconds, and you have to find it.
Oh what?
Yeah, it's not. It says it's gonna drop towards the middle of the area,
Yeah.
but like if you're running moats back because you just
Mhm.
cleared the area or whatever,
Yeah.
you got 20 seconds to do what you're doing. Get back there and find that box and hit it.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Killing high value targets now spawn one heavy brick for every player.
Really?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay.
During the primeval phase, ammo chests spawn in one of the areas that you had the encounter. So there's always three areas,
Mhm.
right? It's gonna spawn somewhere over there, and
Right.
you have to chase it down.
Right.
You have 60. It's gonna drop. One's gonna drop every 60 seconds.
Really?
Yeah, but they're
Ah.
gonna get rid of those heavy ammo blocks on the trees and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gone.
Okay. Okay.
All right, they're limited special and heavy ammo bricks only spawn from enemies if you have finder mods on.
Right. Okay.
So if you don't have a special ammo finder mod, you ain't getting no
Mm,
special ammo.
Big ammo. Right. Okay.
Right? It says other exotics and perks like Eon Cult still work.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool.
Yeah, we're we're halfway done.
Okay.
Primeval Health and Slayer Stack retuned. Um, you know how if you used the right weapons, you could burn the boss in one round.
Yeah.
Like the envoys come out, you burn the boss, you're done.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, can't do that no
Okay. What you do
more.
now?
Now it's gonna be. They say it's gonna be easy as it is now,
Mhm.
but only for the third round. The other two
So
rounds, it's not going to be so easy, and it's going to be a lot more work
okay.
than before. The the envoys put a immunity shield around the boss.
Oh, okay. So you can't ignore
Oh wait, but it gets better.
'em.
The
Okay.
envoys don't spawn at the bank,
They all over?
and you got to run and find them and kill them, and then come back and hit the boss.
Ah, okay, okay, okay. Sweet, sweet. All right.
Um, it says here envoys no longer spawn in the bank area, but out in the encounter areas, and they have protectors, friends, like ads that are
Hmm.
what's the word? They have elemental shields.
Whoa. Okay.
Right? They're going to be mid power ads. The envoys put invulnerability shield on the primeval, and you have to kill both before doing any damage to the boss at all.
So people most likely going to split up in groups. Try to
But wait,
solo that part. It's
it,
gonna be
it
hard.
gets better because every respawn, the envoy when the envoys respawn, they
Uh-huh.
respawn at 30% boss damage. Then you do 40 more percent boss damage, they'll come out again. Then you do 50 more percent boss damage, it'll come out again. Now you're wondering how you could do 120 or 130 boss damage, but you got to
Uh-huh.
remember that invaders are going to be coming over,
Right.
and they'll be able to every time they kill you, they're they're gonna
Go
yeah
bring out the boss damage.
right. And now, so let's switch to invasions for a second. Invasions now only trigger at 40 modes and 80 modes
Okay.
during the regular game.
Okay.
The primeval invasions are going to stay the same.
Okay.
You can't stock up invasions.
Okay.
So if before you could not go over at 40 and not
Mm-hmm.
go over at 80, and then when the boss came out, you could go over 5 or 6 times. That's how they got us,
Mm-hmm.
with all those multiple back-to-back invasions. You
Right.
can't do that anymore.
Ha. Okay. Good, good.
Um, okay, when you go over, and you know how when you go over to invade, because you invade a lot,
Mm-hmm.
you know how you look around and you can see who's carrying how many motes?
Yeah.
Can't do that no more,
All right. All right.
right? So you will not know who has 15 or who has one.
Yeah. Who has the most motes? Right.
And when you look down your sights, even the names disappear.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. It
Oh
says
wow.
no longer see enemy team, the motes that they're carrying, and the nameplates fade out when looking down their sights. You can still see players through walls, just not with sniper zoom or rocket launcher tracking. I
Good.
didn't even know you could see players through walls
Mm-hmm.
when you invaded.
Mm-hmm.
And here's where it gets a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, we didn't know this, but if you go over and invade, the amount of health regenerated to their primeval
Mm-hmm.
was sporadic. It would be one time it could be 5% for one kill,
Mm-hmm.
35% for another kill. There
Mm-hmm.
was no set percentage of health regeneration for the boss when you went over to invade.
Right.
So they changed that, and it's now a across the board 27% for each person you kill over there.
Okay. All right. That's that's decent. That's decent.
Right. So because what was happening was people go over and kill 3 people, and they'd only get 35 or 40%
Mm-hmm.
health regen, where they could come over and they could kill us, two of us, and he'd have all his health back
Mm-hmm.
because
Right.
there was no uniformity, so they fixed all that. And the reward system. Have you played Trials? I haven't.
I have. Yeah, I played
But the
it.
new reward system for the Drifter is
Mm-hmm.
going to be exactly like Trials.
Oh, okay. All right.
So apparently you have to buy You have to get an end. It has to do with an engram, and you have to do something with it and buy stuff. I
Hmm.
don't really understand that system,
I do.
but
I do. Yep.
maybe
I
you could
know.
maybe you could explain it to me a little bit.
Yeah. When you do trials, even to step into trials, you have to put so many glimmer in, and every bounty you picked up costs a lot of glimmer. Every like token or anything you want to use costs a glimmer. So if you would, it's been a while since I did it. Say if you wanted to do one match trials, you would probably would have been spending about half of your glimmer. If you had 250, almost by half of it would be gone if you would picked up everything you wanted to use, So like I said, it's kind of cool because it gives people, that's what they wanted to, penalize you for leaving early. Remember, it was no big deal if you penalize other than them flagging you and telling you can't do it. So now it's like if they would have did that from the get go, it's like okay, if you're gonna play Gambit, you got to put in so many modes, so many glimmer to get your tokens, and you have to do this to actually to get into it to actually do it. It's not just nothing you just can run and jump in to do it. Because first of all, that will stop people from actually, just like, oh, this group sucks. Okay, fuck it, I'm out. It stops all that. It's like, okay, do this to get in here. You spent about 150 glimmer or 125 glimmer. It's like, what are you doing it for? So I doubt if it would be like, that much. If they do it that way, it'd probably be like, cause you remember part of your our weeklies was doing 3 to get your pinnacle. So I could see them probably doing like 20, 25. That way, it's it's up there. You can do it as many times as you want to. But I could see that. I could really see that. That'd be really helpful, especially for people that really loves playing Gambit. Like I love playing Gambit, and I would hate, saying to lose, credits or not credits, but glimmer for a match. What I'm saying? Like before it was really hard for me to stay connected. It's like right now it's still kind of hard. It's because I'm using a mobile connection. So it's hard for Bungie servers to figure that out. Like I would get a net warning because it's a totally different net kind of style. What I'm saying? But for people with good home connections, they'll be pretty good. It'd be pretty good to see.
Right.
I'm excited for it. That's something new, what I'm saying? And it's stopping all the you know, funniness and shenanigans that we've been dealing with Gammon for the last year and a half or 2 years now since they implement the
Where
way
you're
from
close, where you're close to losing, or there's a possibility you could lose, so somebody just bails.
yep,
And
yep.
so you think that'll put a stop to that?
That should put a stop to all that because if it's a penalty for you just to get in and you have to pay this to get in and get your bounties or like you said your engram done, why would you just bounce? You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you're screwing yourself on that one.
What do you think of this idea of not being? Because I always thought that that was the original intention, was not to be able to damage the boss until you take out the envoys. But
Right.
over time, I guess that went away, and you could just do damage to them without them.
Mm.
You, without killing them. Now they put a protective uh, immunity shield around them.
Well, I look at it like this because when we used to do it, oh, I'm sorry, when we did it or was doing the matches, it's like say you get the meatball, you get the big ribbon eye thing. That guy is up in the air. You can't. It's hard to really hit him. So
Oh,
it's
that's
it's
right.
it's really hard. What I'm
And
saying so you have to use a lot of good uh, distance weapons.
yeah, I got some news for you.
Yeah,
Now that you mention that, meatball's gone.
good, good. But that usually always be a blessing in the sky too, because you'll get the ground enemies, and like you just said, most people will kill maybe the first 4 or 3, the first 2 envoys they just take down. What I'm saying, and they will just ignore the other envoys after that, and they got on good ground, like swords, rockets, supers, or they could
Right.
just go up to them and just mash him up real bad. You'd be like, you'll know it's like certain matches you'll be in. He's like, okay, they got their primeval. Wait a minute, their primeval done in 2 3 minutes. How are they killing their primeval so fast? It's because he's on the ground and they doing a lot of AOE damage to everything. So if a, a, the other primevals will come up, and if they around that facility, say like the stasis, super for the hunter, if that's a Roman super and it's automatically getting anything, then somebody go and throw a Nova bomb. That's like two AOEs that's doing damage on top of damage. You know what I'm
So you're
saying?
so basically what you're saying is, you know how we take down the Praetorian in the first encounter,
Mm-hmm.
that thing that you have to stop from moving all over,
Yeah. Uh huh.
and you could do that in one round. You
Right.
can't do that to the boss because you have to take out the envoys first now.
Mm-hmm. So like I said,
And
that's cool. Like I said, that's
then
really
when you
cool.
do, but then when you do 30% damage, the envoys
They
come back
come
again to
back
stop
out.
you.
Yep. Because that, like I said, that stops a lot. So if they are not working together or they don't have dedicated weapons and dedicated things to do, like I said, it stopped that. Like, you like, oh crap, they got up envoys and we had like 40, like 40 motes in or 30 motes in, or
Right,
what I'm saying? It's like you like, how can I come back with that? That's giving you a chance to like, yeah, it's up. But unless they, what I'm saying, really coordinated and got the right things on, they're not gonna be doing that too much, because if they still keep the ass that's coming out like how they was before, because even though you're like, okay, we got the prime evil be good, you still getting sniped and you still getting hit by other things that's sniping you off on the side. You know what I'm saying? So like
right.
I said,
And here's the thing that I like is on the primeval we can send two blockers over to siphon motes, and they have to find those two blockers out of
right.
all the enemies. They have to figure out which one is which and take them out to stop us from siphoning.
Right. So like I said, it's like I said, I can't wait to see the new gilded dredging challenge, what you have to do for it. But I'm think I'll be ready. It's gonna be like I was telling everybody. It's gonna be a little bit of trip of a doozy. We all got little hints that it might be with snipers, might be the new meta. Um, might go back to, I think they said scout or pulse rifles or something. So
Yeah, 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 yeah.
it's like we're gonna see what's the meta is gonna be and how it's going down.
I
Like I
think
said,
it's
R.I.P. to particle deconstruction, man, and focusing lens. That was the stuff this season. I ain't gonna lie. I used it and abused it, and it was a fun season. It was good to use my 1K, and it was good to use my sleeper. It was fun to use my stasis. It made it a whole lot fun. Like I said, golden eye still my thing. If I need to use it, golden gun. If I still use my golden gun, I'm sorry. And what's the helmet that you use for that? Celestial Nighthawk. That's still my thing. But it's gonna be a good season. I can't wait. They're mixing stuff up again, and that's how you keep people involved, especially people that's not really into PvP like that, but they like to like do some type of PvP stuff. They're not
right.
hardcore PvP, so I still think they need to do some more balancing with that. But we shall see. But
Well,
they
like
know
I
that's
said,
their bread and butter, so I don't know if they're gonna too much mess with that.
that's true. But I have a feeling that once Tuesday rolls up and everybody goes through the storyline and they start
Mm.
doing other activities, once they hit Gambit, they're gonna first reaction is gonna be, well, it's about time.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much, man. It's gonna be just that. It's like about time it should have been like this. You know what I'm saying? Especially when once she took away the Joker season of Joker style of game, it should have been like that. That's what they was gonna implement. You
What, the
know?
Gambit Prime?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Gambit Prime. Yeah. Uh huh. Because Gambit Prime, yeah, special armor that you was able to put on. You could put a full set of collector armor where you could hold like 50 or 75 motes, I believe. You had
Right, right,
invasion
right. I
armor.
remember that.
It was like they couldn't bank or anything till they actually find you. So it was like you could literally be over there trolling. Like you didn't have to kill nobody, but if your team was down, so many moats and everything, you'd be like, well, shoot, I'm just gonna go over there and just run around. They gotta actually find me and catch me and kill me before they can do anything. So
Now, I'm
it's a
not
nice
sure.
stall.
I'm not sure if this is how it's going to work, but it would be interesting if, when you go over to invade, if you kill somebody that's close to you, they're going to drop half their moats. You can pick them up,
Still most that way too. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. So people be over there. You basically fighting for moats.
right? Because
That would be cool.
now you're not just erasing the moats off the map. You're stealing the moats and taking them back with you.
Back. Hmm. Yeah.
So,
Ah, but will be the other cool thing is whoever you kill, being that you don't know if they got moats or not, whoever you kill, you take half their moats. That way you
yeah,
don't have to pick them up. You instantly kill them, you get half their moats. That
uh,
would be all. That would be awesome because you don't know who got what. So you can be like, oh, I got his guy. Okay, I got this guy. Oh, I got no moats. I didn't get no moats. All them guys didn't have no moats on them. So you'd be like, okay, hurry up and try to get back over again and see if I can still try to steal some more moats.
well, I mean, I'm kind of glad that they got rid of the moat count because you're holding 14 moats and they come over, they're going right for you.
Yeah, but that say you can always use that as saying you would never have to worry about where the Vader is going. It was like that. It was like you could use common sense. You like, okay, you got 10, he got 5, you got 10, I got 15. He's gonna come for us 3. So we need to keep eyes on him so we can get this huddle over here and whatever he come through. If he's not coming through with a super like GoldenEye or a rocket launcher, we can see him first, and that's pretty cool. That was pretty cool about it. But like I said, if they go on that route about it and they switching things up like that, for the most part, how people was able to do that, it was like, if you played Gambit long enough and they hardly ever switched the maps around, it was
Right,
real easy for a person like me to actually knew where a person was coming from. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like I was just be like, okay, I could look over, we killed
They're coming
everything
from
at
the
beach.
beach.
Yeah, like, I killed everything for beach. Okay, I killed everything in the forest. Oh, they're in the ruins. Okay, I know they're in the ruins. You know what I'm saying? I know they're coming from the ruins. So, it was pretty obvious. You know what I'm saying? And if it's all that stuff is going around, it's like that's gonna throw people off they square right there. I could believe that. That can throw people way off their square. If you have to worry about all that going on, no. So you looking for prime evils, and then you hear a Vader come, you like, oh crap, where's this guy coming from? He like, and 9 times out of 10, he's gonna be coming from behind you because if you're going all over here, you're looking that way. You don't know where this guy coming from. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty awesome. So basically, it'll be the people that's it's gonna be hard because if they're gonna have shields and everything, it's gonna be split off in groups. So people like they'll have to literally use their heads and be like, okay,
Right.
once I kill all these guys with the shields, that got their shields on them. Okay, let me focus on the prime evil. You look for the invader. Y'all two look for the invader. Y'all killed the prime evil shields. Look for the invader.
They said
So
they did a lot of the changes, especially the ones with the envoys,
right.
where they're going to have shielded protectors,
Mm-hmm.
so that people don't use the same weapons over and over and over again in Gambit. You got to change
Right.
up every time.
Right. Exactly. That makes sense. That makes a whole lot of sense because there was a lot of guns this season that really last season I really wanted to use, and it was like, what's the point? I was like, this gun is doing all what I needed to do. I don't really need to do nothing else. So that makes sense. That makes sense. I wanted to use a lot more different types of weapons. I still love my servant leader. That's Randy 2.0. Randy Star Knife 2.0 for me. I don't care. That thing is a laser, brother. I am telling you, especially if it has the random roll for the auto. Oh man, that thing is a beast. I love that thing. I love that gun. Thank y'all. Y'all knew y'all broke my heart when y'all sunset at Randy's. Y'all knew what y'all was doing. They knew what they was doing.
You know, I feel the same way about the Scorpion, the Black
Yeah,
Scorpion.
yeah. Yep. I remember that. Yep.
I'm still sitting here going, they started crafting. Maybe I can make a Black Scorpion again.
You probably can. You probably can. You never know. Let's hope we can do that. Mix and match some weapons to, get back our classics. and make our own classic. Because that's what people would tell me, like or ask me rather, like what's the best for you, and no, not even that. It's like, you think this is a good road? And I tell people, I said, truthfully, it's like go with what your play style is and what you
Right,
like. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And you might not like what I like. You know what I'm
You hear a
saying?
lot of
Like,
people go, "Oh, this is a god roll," and then you use it, and you're like, "I can't use it the way I play. This just sucks."
right, because that's not your playing style. So say like me with submachine guns was adrenaline junkie, freedom frenzy. If it had adrenaline junkie, freedom frenzy, I'm loving them because my playing style is very aggressive. So anything that helps me like get into the middle of action, because I'm already playing the class where I take I it's very high risk. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I need something that
So,
keep
what
me
was
in
your
there.
what was your role for rocket launchers
My role for rocket launcher would help me actually get my gilded real quick was anything with cluster bombs. Anything that had cluster bombs was like, oh my god, it was a
and tracking,
godsend.
or no?
Tracking, it depends. Like I used it, but I would say if it had tracking and cluster bombs, I was with it. Like I think my ascendancy, the one at the first one I got, I was using that thing. I used it up. I was like that was the first one I got was with Gambit because I was doing so much stuff. But I started off with my Eyes of Tomorrow, and then I went over to my ascendancy, and that's what I got most of that stuff done with that.
See, like
Hmm.
the rocket launcher I'm using now, which is the Salvager Salvo, I believe, is comes with tracking,
Right.
um, a small set of cluster bomb, but it's got ambitious assassin. No,
Oh.
yes, yes. So that if I kill a group, my next reload is going to give me two rockets instead of one.
Oh, okay. Good. That's good. Like I said, that works for you. Like I said, me personally, I like with rocket launchers, it's like if I seen them and I got cluster bombs, even if they try to run away from it, it's gonna get them. So I used to always try to bait people to get them in somewhere close quarters. So I'm like, all I had to do is just point, shoot, keep moving. So that's how, like I said, that's how I really got it quick. I got it quick with using Eyes of Tomorrow and Ascendancy with cluster bombs and tracking module. That's what I did.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten. I'm still missing one thing to get my dredging.
What you missing?
Army of One.
You haven't did that already? I'm
I
trying to
got
remember.
I got
I'm,
one out of three.
okay, I'm trying to remember. I was like, man, I that was something I did long time ago. Me and Nate, we did that long time ago. We
It's
tried
the
to do it
last
as a group. Yeah, we
it's the
tried to do
last
it
thing
as a,
I have.
yeah, we tried to do it as a group, but it wasn't working out because we wasn't getting over there. It wasn't enough. So I said, let's just split up and we go with random groups. And we literally had to throw winning out the window. It was like, I don't care if I win the match. I don't care if we lose the match. Because, once people like, oh, we're going to win anyway. Okay, I don't care, but I got you, and your little dog too. So, it was just like, that's all I need to do. I like, okay, let me do this like two more times. And, okay, I get my thing. And, whoo, I think we did that way back when you had to fight the thrall and the scorn on that molten lava that I don't even think they even brought back. I haven't played on that map in forever, so that tells you how long I didn't did it.
Well, for all those clowns that stand over by the bank and wait for the heavy to spawn while you go do all the work, yeah,
Hmm.
they got nothing now.
Yeah, they ain't got nothing now but to actually get in there and perform. Like, come on now, like we actually need you out here killing things. But like I said, I had a whole playing style last season and season before that. I had a whole playing style that was just it was broken. I could say it was just broken because I was literally breaking the game because I was always getting kicked because I would instantly I had all the weapons that did a lot of DPS, so I would know how
Right.
to actually switch them up really quick. So I was able to because I'm on the PC and there's not too much of a load or lag time than compared to console. So I used to be able to switch up real quick, and I could play my switch to my style up. I like, okay, nobody has nothing for invaders. Okay, let me set myself up for invaders. So I will put on everything to invade, like switch super, switch whole guns, everything, and I'll be like, okay, I'm ready for the invader. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll be like, okay, we can win this, but nobody don't have no heavy hitting weapons. Okay, let me switch this up. So I used to do that a lot. I mean a lot. I said compared to last season, I actually had like a whole I had to had a whole loadout. Like I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna set myself up for invade. So I got like 1K. I got maybe a sword and I'm using stasis or something go invisible, or I got something that I know I could just sneak around and get or pick people off real quick. But I could tell you my always go to gun that I never took off. I don't care what people had was my servant leader. My servant leader. The minute I got that gun, that was my go to gun for Gambit. Like I can't use
Well,
nothing
let me
else.
ask you a question. What's the difference between using servant leader and using dead man's tale?
Well, Dead Man's Tale, if I'm not mistaken, it puts you in the mind of Last Word. Last Word is like a scout rifle of a last word. If last word was a scout rifle, that's what Dead Man's would be. You actually get more perks of it. You're not, shooting down sights. If you're just doing wild aim, or
Right.
what I'm saying, you're not shooting down sights. I mean, you bring up your sights. What I'm saying, the actual perks of it go off, and it can instantly you can still tap fire it, but what I'm saying,
But
you
it still
gotta
fires slower.
it still fires slower. But the minute you bring it down, it's pop, 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 pop. The minute you
Right.
tapping it, pop, 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 pop. You know what I'm saying? So don't like using it. I'd rather use my ace of spades if I use it. Shoot, I'd rather use my sunset. I love my sunset. Like
Really?
the sunset compared to all the other guns because you instantly get what's that firefly? It's firefly instantly. It's like the actual perk of it. Don't matter who you kill, and you don't need to hit a crit. Once it's dead, it's gonna explode. So it was like that gun was awesome. Another gun that I love, but I hate that they nerfed it. But it's still kind of a good gun because I still could work people out in PvP if I actually need to use a sniper. Is the what's the name of this gun? What is the name of this gun? Shoot electricity. It's been a while since I have literally had to go on my phone.
Cold snap or the
Not cold. It's
the cold
exotic. It's not. It's
the
an
cold front?
exotic. Is it the cold front? I don't think it's the cold front. It's Give me 1 second. Oh my god, it's been so long. Hope I don't have to update this on
It's in energy weapons.
right.
I just got that last week.
Damn. Okay, I'm gonna remember this. Hope it's remember all my logins and stuff.
Pay no attention to the man screaming over here, but hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. My source fell asleep. Pretty sure it's called the cold front or something to that effect.
Think so. It says, remember you need to grant answer email address. Okay, so I gotta go to my email address. So they asked me to do my email address stuff. I'm gonna remember this guy. I am so sorry. Gonna remember this guy. Twilight. Is it Twilight? I think it's Twilight. I think it's Twilight something.
Wait, was it an exotic?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure it's the gun I just picked up. It's called the cold something, and it shoots. what do they call that? Um, Lightning that it bounces from person to person.
Okay. What is it called? All right, let me see something here.
Make me look. I can look real fast.
Yeah, cause it's tripping.
Hold on, because I just put it in my in my vault. What? Is it
Dang,
Neptune?
I'm so sorry. Oh my god, it'd be awesome. to have people here that can tell us like, yeah, you talking about this. Like, oh, okay, I'm
Pretty
so
sure
sorry.
it's the cold front.
It is called Cloud Strike.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah,
Cloud Strike.
I just got that last week.
Okay, yeah, good gun. It's a good
I didn't
gun.
know how I got it or why I got it, but I got it.
Okay, yeah, it's a real good gun, bro. Really, really, really good gun. Like I said, I loved using it. That was my go-to gun because that gun's like Firefly too. The minute you get a precise kill, explodes and electricity goes around anybody that's standing around it. They get
Yeah,
damaged too.
but is that good for PvP or only PvE?
I say at this point it's good for PvP. We try using it. They nerfed it so much in PvE that it's worthless. But in PvP, does heck of a damage. If people were like always crowding around and trying to team shoot, all you will have to do is just focus on that one person, probably get a body hit, boom, it's a wrap. You know, all of them getting damaged, and you could probably just body tap whoever if you have enough ammo. Yeah, I think they only give you like 3 or 4 shots in PvP
Right.
for it, maybe two.
Which which brings me back to Gambit. I don't understand. I never understood why people would stand at that brick by the bank,
Mm-hmm.
waiting for it to pop up, when you could kill enemies and pick up a brick with like 4 rounds in it instead of one.
True, that is true. I don't understand that myself.
I mean,
Like,
I would never pick up the brick in the middle. Yet,
mm-hmm.
by the time it came time to invade, I always have 9 shots in my rocket launcher.
Yep. Hopefully, probably because you probably had a mod on, and
Well,
you
I had a
probably
mono. Yeah, normally it's 7.
okay.
Normally it's 7, but I on my chest I have 2 rocket launcher reserves.
Okay, yeah, that's probably what it is. You probably killed something that was around you that dropped it, and you
Right,
got lucky. Hmm.
right, and I don't understand why if I can do that, why they have to stand there for one brick while we're all busting our home.
People not using their head. Like the way it was set up was like that brick was like it's just as in a case, and if you don't have nobody, like I said, people like if they actually use chat and actually say like, "Yo, man, I'm going to be in invade, so and I'm using this so and so, so I need the heavy ammo." Or yo, I'm killing the blockers and whatever's coming in, so I'm gonna be needing the heavy ammo for this because I'm using this. You know, if because I played with other people and they used that format of playing style and it worked. It was like literally they worked. Like we always kept an eye on heavy brick um stations
Right,
that was popping up, and we like, yo, it's about to pop up. You go ahead and get it. Um, Another person might have on like whatever kill you do, the mod with whatever kill you do or whatever finisher you do, you automatically drop special or heavy for everybody, not just yourself, for
right,
everybody.
right,
You know what I'm saying? So, it's it's good, if you have a play style and people that play like that. Like I never used it because I never, we don't play like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, it'd be pointless. And like most 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna need my super. So I'm not doing anything to, a finisher to take away from my super to use that
right.
mod, even though it's a cool mod. But I'm not using that.
No, see, I don't use any of that. Like
Hmm.
if there was a rally flag and I rallied the flag with my salvager salvo,
Yeah.
I get nine shells.
Right.
So I would go around killing shit in Gambit, picking up the
Mm-hmm.
heavy, and by the time it comes time for the boss, and I want to run over, somebody always jumps overhead because they're standing by the portal. So I use all 9 shots to eliminate the boss.
Right. That's something you had to do. Like I say, I it's kind of crazy you had to go through all that just to do something. It really is crazy. Like I said, but hopefully all this new stuff that's coming out, we can figure it out and we get it going.
Now, do
You
you
know.
think with these changes that you're going to be playing Gambit more?
Yeah, most definitely. I'll still play it because it's just gonna be a new, different type of learning curve. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go in there because I'm not too much PvP because I can't really stand PvP unless it's mayhem.
You know,
If
it's
it's
funny.
mayhem,
I used to love PvP. You used to
me
love
too.
PvP.
Yeah, I did.
D1 all the way through, most of the seasons of D2, and then it got really sweaty really fast.
Hmm. Yeah, because I have a clip, and I'm surprised you two let me keep it up. I still have a clip where we was all playing, and it wasn't that hard. It really wasn't that hard. I was able to go pick up a pick up a heavy ammo brick, get like 3 kills in a row. Then I go in, pop my super, get another 3 kills. Say so I did like I have it on there 4-1, but it's technically 6-1. So I was like, God dang, what I'm saying? So it was awesome, what I'm saying? It was
But you
really,
see,
really
you see,
awesome.
it's I know exactly when it went to crap was when they changed the matchmaking.
Yeah, yeah. It changed
They
matchmaking.
took it off skill based matchmaking, and now it's bullshit.
Yeah. Matchmaking. Um I hate to say it because this is what actually brought him back the random rolls crap because it's it's PvP and I get it, but just like any other MMO, and I tell people this all the time, like I love Warframes PvP because Warframe PvP is a whole lot more balanced, and it's like everything that Bungie did is like Warframe advanced it and did it a lot better. And then like they always doing hot fixes on there, which I liked about Warframe. But like I said, it went from when it first came out because I'm telling people, if people probably don't remember or realize, they came out the exact same time, except when Bungie came out, Vault of Glass was out in like 2 months. We had a raid. Then after that, there was more. Then after that, it was more. With Warframe, it had 3 planets, maybe 5, 6 different Warframes you could pick from. Storyline was very stream based. It was like very, very stream based. And then 6 months, they came out with another 4 planets. And then a whole year go by, they got all the planets, all little sister planets that's around them, all little satellites around them. There's like five different things you could do on one planet that's just not there. Then the year after that, they went to like, okay, now you can actually go on planets. Like you're not in an area. You're
So
in a
they didn't
whole
vault anything.
surface. No, they just kept advancing. It went from maybe 10, 15 warframes to 20, 30 warframes. Like you go in there now, they got about 50 different warframes that you could pick from. You got class rankings that you can go up in. You can like I'm saying prestige, but it's called something else. You can prestige your warframe to mod it out a certain kind of way, and this is just for PvE. This is just for PvE. You can just mod it out to do certain things and build it a certain kind of way. And so, say you build up your character like you're a PvE god, you can't go into PvP the exact same way because everything you actually have to work for. You actually have to put certain mods there. You only have certain mods that will pop up. You will have only certain weapons and certain things. You can't even use your same mods from PvE from PvP. It doesn't even work. And then to get that stuff, you actually get kills and work for it. And then say you get all that, you get to a certain tier in that. You do PvP again, and you work it up and you build it up. I haven't played in 2 years. we'll never be matched together. We could probably go into a match together, but they will rank your stuff all the way back down. But we will never actually randomly see each other in a match because I'm not on the same tier level as you.
Right. So they
So
have
that's
skill-based matchmaking.
exactly. So it's like,
Well,
eh,
that's what Bungie had, and then they, for some reason, felt that it would be better for the higher tier players if they got rid of the skill based and just let them kill all the weak players. I don't know
right.
why,
Yeah, I like why do that? Like that's just insane
because it
because
takes the fun away from it for the casual player.
players, right? For the casual players, like they just mostly do PvP stuff. It's like it'd be different if they didn't have a lot of things tied to PvP. They have a lot of things on there. That's like if you really want to get them, and that's good. It's good to have it in PvE, but you have to do PvP just to get it. So it's like, what's the point of it? It's like that just makes it like you're gonna get a match, or you might get 5 or 6 matches with people that they are trials heavy players. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? They're very trials heavy players. So they do regular PvP for fun because they love playing trials. They love playing PvP. So you get in a match with them, it's like they're gonna be all over the place. You know what I'm
You
saying?
figure
They're
you
gonna
figure you figure with trial players, like Iron Banner's out this week, so there's no trials. So you
right,
figure they're all going to be in Iron Banner.
right.
So you go to a regular PvP like Control, and
Mm-hmm.
they're all sweating down there with
Yeah.
all their adept weapons and all that crap. The
Yep.
Elysia,
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, if they can if they can pinpoint of what is going on in that, it's like why are you still putting them in that match together? It's like I'm sorry if they had to wait 5 or 6, 10 minutes to play a match, that's on you. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? You want to play PvP, you want to be in that special ranking. There's plenty of MMOs out there if they actually want to do ranking things, like things that you actually have rank for, they go there's the queue for it. And the queue it could take you like 10, 15 minutes for a queue to pop because not too many people does do that. It's
but
like,
it's better for See, you're a better player than I am when it comes to PvP. Right now,
uh
I think my KD is like point 0.7.
okay.
Okay,
Okay.
because it was 1.2,
Right.
but
So
then
was
when they
mine.
switched everything, all these guys came in and just plowed through us because their
Yep.
KDs are 2, 3, 4, and their KDs keep going up, and mine keeps going down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I said, that sucks because I like I it'd be different. I didn't play it since day one. I played it in day one. Did I like the whole playing style? Like, okay, all these weapons are the same. No, because I actually found a way to get around that. Like, I'm sorry, I was a quick feign using bastard. I was out here. I was going invisible and I was literally taking out whole squads. I think but I wish I still had the game capture of that because that's how it was being played. And I literally went through the whole team deathmatch and I got the most kills just because it was like if this they playing style and this is how they figured they being that all our weapons are the same and that's the only way they can win by teaming up and going up after people in groups. You know what I'm saying? That was their advantage. My advantage was to come from behind them and two. I was one hitting everybody with the quick frame. I don't even have to hit you once. It's like I didn't have to do 2 swings. Like now, depends on what it is and what the distance is. One, maybe 2 swings. If they backtrack enough, I had to hit them twice. But before I was only had to one time, boom, one time, boom, one time, boom. That's all I had to do. So
So we're getting close to the top of the hour. So just let me
right,
ask you this last question here.
okay,
Tuesday's coming. Which queen's coming?
right.
Are you going to live stream?
Yeah, I'll live stream. I'll live
So
stream.
you're going to live stream from the get go?
Yeah, I'll live stream for the get go. Whenever I get on, I'll live stream.
Now that's going to be on Twitch.
I want it to be on Twitch. We use OBS on Twitch, don't we?
Yes,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
you can
Most
use
definitely gonna be on.
OBS. You can use OBS on YouTube as well.
Okay, okay. I think I still a lot of red tape stuff I gotta go through on YouTube, but I'll figure that out though. I'm definitely gonna figure that out.
Talk to me afterwards, and I'll help you out with it.
Okay, cool.
Um, I was thinking about live streaming it, but then when Bungie came out and said because it's a brand new season and it's
Mm-hmm.
not just a season pass, but it's a brand new year.
Uh-huh.
There's gonna expect a very long queue to get in,
Oh, okay, okay,
and
okay.
I don't want to be stuck in a live stream where it says you got your number 21,000.
Got you. Okay, I got you. Okay. I mean, lately I was getting lucky. Like I said, lately I was getting lucky. It's been a while. Like I said before, when it was just on PC and wasn't cross-platform, I was able to get on really pretty much quickly. I know even with console, I was gonna get on, but like now being that I'm using um T-Mobile service and everything, it might be a little bit tricky, but I think I can figure it out.
Wait, no more dial up?
No more dial-up, my good sir. No more dial-up. I'm using T-Mobile's internet, so it's like I say, it's still we're on a different bandwidth than everybody else because it's not like we hard line to anything, no cable modem or anything. It's literally like whatever the area is, it's like we picking it up. I could tell it my location. If I don't physically tell my computer it's the location is where I'm at, it's gonna say I'm in like 50 miles away from my house because that's where it's bouncing off different towers that's surrounding my area. Even though my area and like a mile radius is like 8 towers, it still is not going to pick none of these towers. It's going to pick somewhere else where it's bigger. It's getting a good connection at. So I'm like, okay. Like I try to pinpoint it down to tell it like, okay, this is the designated tower I want you always to be at, but that was like a needle in a haystack trying to get that thing to figure it out. So yeah, but yeah, definitely gonna live stream. Hopefully, it works out pretty okay.
And the last question is: there's a raid coming next month on the 5th. Well, we get it on 6th. 5th is for World's
First,
First.
mm-hmm.
Who do you suspect the boss is going to be?
Not gonna be orcs. It's gonna be probably gonna be the Witch Queen herself. We're probably gonna go against the trickster. And if we're not going against the trickster, might be a fallen.
See,
Cause
me and me
might
and
be the
Frank were
fallen.
me and
Mm-hmm.
Frank were talking, and he thinks maybe it's going to be Siva Arath, the goddess of war.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
But
That's a
I'm thinking
possibility.
maybe it won't have anything to do with any of that. Maybe it'll be like a Taken boss or something.
Could be a Tekken boss. I'm still looking at fallen. We never, other than what's his name, Greg. We only had one fallen boss. Permanently, like it's been a while since we've seen a cabal uh boss other than stars and all the other
Well,
ones
well.
like
Also,
that.
some people are saying that it's going to be the boss that was on the Leviathan,
Yeah, yeah,
because
yep.
if you apparently if you finish the Leviathan raid, you find out that he's just a robot,
Robot, yes. And he was just putting you through trials.
and so therefore we're going to face the actual Cabal instead of the robot.
Could be, could be. I forgot his name. Been so long since Gaul is it Gaul? Or Gaul was the
No,
guy that we killed. We killed.
it starts with a C. Uh,
Callus. Callus.
Callus.
Hmm.
Yeah, right. The golden monkey.
Yeah, the golden big monkey. He ain't a normal monkey. He's a big monkey. If that
Remember that?
robot,
Remember that
Cabal are very
statue in that room?
big. Yeah, yeah, Cabal are very big. They're very, very big compared to the Phalanx, which I'm like. where the Fanglings come in, and like that's one thing I gotta look into. Like, okay, where did the actual Fanglings come in at? Because they're like a whole lot little, and you know, you look at the regular Cabal, they're big, huge. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you ever really wanna are wondering about the lore, from what I can gather, PJ has read all the lore.
Okay,
Seriously, I mean,
okay.
you ask him, and he knows pretty much a lot of that stuff.
Okay. Like I said, I usually look at my name as Bife because he goes into all the lore and I like the way how he goes into it. And for pretty from past, it's like he always been like 90 to 95% right. It's like I haven't seen him like, say something like totally different. Like some of the quest lines that we was doing back in the day, I was like, what is really going on? And how is this? And like, okay, who is like so most people didn't know like the title Dredgen is an actual it used to be an actual guardian named Dredgen. And it's like that's why you got that title of Dredgen. It's like it's a lot of things in the game that's like they're actually named after, certain people. And it was like a lot of games in a lot of weapons in D1 that actually they was tied to other people, you know what I'm saying? And they had a little lore on them and it's a whole backstory. Like, that's why like when Kate got killed and everybody was all we was all up in arms like, well, okay, who's gonna be the next one? And we all had all these like it's gonna be this, it could be that one, it could be Sharon Four, it could be this person, this could be this person, and then you look at my name is Bive and he tells you like he came out with this like a month or two right before we start talking to the crow, saying it Aldrin, and he was like, Kay's dare was if you kill him, you take his spot. I was like, what? I'm like,
Yeah,
that's Eldrin, that's the crow. I like he's gonna be on the oh man. So that's why they was like, you know, Zavala's like, no, I do not want this guy here. And Akura Ray was like, I don't want him here neither, but he did what he did. He has to be here. And everybody else is like Crow was like, oh crap, I don't want to kill. I killed him, so I have to be here, and I have to go through all this. So I have to look at all these people, and they want to be. What's going on with this? It was like basically, it was like something that was supposed to never get done, but got done. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
right.
it is what it is.
All right, brother. Well, thanks for joining us this week, and
No problem.
we're gonna wrap this up. Just one
All
thing
right.
I have to do first.
Right.
This is more
Right.
important. This girl
Right.
still hasn't been found, and no one's still whether she's here or not. She still hasn't been recovered.
Right.
So until she is, we're gonna keep blasting this every week
Right.
until there's some break in the case.
Exactly.
So with that said, I want to thank you again for joining us, Steve.
No problem.
And everyone, have a great week. See you next time.